3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
Hello and welcome to the next Thunderbird 2 video where we're going to be looking at the boosters once again and another pod vehicle. I just want to say that the advert this time is the same advert as last week. That is because I am currently on holiday and I'm not able to record another advert because I don't know what the clearance items are for this week. So just to keep you aware that the advert will be the same as last week. So let's get this video started by looking at the pod vehicle of this week. It's a really obscure one. The pod vehicle of this week is Alan's racing car. Yes, very, very bizarre choice. But you know, it was in Thunderbirds and it was in that one episode that I just showed you. And that episode does have the floating puppet from last week, which got me all a giggle. So the first thing you need to do is take this part here. And you see that there are holes cut out for the wheels. And it's exactly the same system for the wheels. You just push it through the holes there like that. And attach the wheels on. Push them together so they're secure like that. Really very simple. And we do the same on this side. Oh no, I didn't attach the wheel. That'd be clever. Okay, so a wheel on there. And a wheel on this side. And push them together. And then we have the wheels all done. It's a bit like a skateboard, doesn't it? Remember those finger skateboards? Do you remember them? Maybe it's just me then. Okay, so the next thing you do is you get this dashboard here. And we just pop it into those two holes there. Like that. So it is facing this way. And that the orange part faces the back there. Like that. We then get this very nice red seat. I like the curves there. And again, we just push them into these two holes that are left here. Easier said rather than done, obviously. In fact, I'm just going to move that. Put the seat in first. Actually clips in very nicely. And if we put this instrument panel back in. Yeah, there, like that. Very cool. And what you can do is you can glue the bottom holes if you want to. This thing is forever getting stuck in here, isn't it? Forever and ever. Yeah, you can glue them here if you want to, but it is quite a nice fit, but I'm going to because it's on the underside and you won't see it that often. So yeah, that is that part all done. So just put that aside for now and we bring in the top part of the racing car and the windscreen. But yeah, again, looks really nice. There's no number plate on the number plate, but that too is really gorgeous, and it's got this really nice finish that's different from all the other recovery vehicles. Actually, it's a really nice shine to it that the other ones don't have. It's a gloss paint rather than a matte. Not even actually, does it? Yeah, it shines very similar to F1, Fab 1, not F1. Sorry, we're talking about racing cars, making me think of F1. Silly. Right, okay, then we need to get this windscreen here. Now it needs to be positioned so that the pegs are there and that the windscreen's facing in. I know that might seem obvious, but just to make sure that you do get it in the right way first time. And we just line it up with these two holes there. And very gently push it in. Ooh, no. There's that one in there. There's that one in there. Like that. And you gently push it in so that there's no pegs showing There is still pegs showing a little bit. There we go. Hear that click? If you didn't, you'll be able to when you do yours, and another click, and there we have the windscreen there for the car all installed. And again, if you want to, now be careful doing this, but if you want to, you can attach just a little bit of glue, but be careful not to get glue on the windscreen because it will frost it up. So I'm just putting a few drops of glue in there just to secure it. You probably don't need to be fair. Just make sure you don't get glue on the windscreen because it will get frosted with a milky white colour and it will ruin the look of the sports car. So the next thing we do is we get the rear windscreen, which looks like this. It's got this really, really nice small red outline around it, and we just push it in there. Ooh, be gentle with it. Little and often. See those holes? The pigs aren't going in those holes for some reason. Oh, are they? No, they're not. Obviously not lined up completely correctly. Which is a bit of a pain. There we go. Nope. I wonder if the orientation is wrong. I wonder if that's why. Let's try turning it around and pushing it in the other way. No, see that doesn't work at all. So I was right the first time. Just for some reason these two ones, oh, they're going fine now. Oh, okay. Weird. Oh, it just needs some firm pushing down. They're in. Okay, cool. And there's what the rear windscreen looks like when it's all done. Very nice. And again, if you want to, you can put some glue on those pegs. I'm really not going to bother. Actually, will I be able to? No, I'm not going to bother, because that is in there nice and tightly. There is something I forgot to do on this part here. Let's just zoom in a bit. See, they've got a hole there. That hole is for this wheel. So we just need to put a bit of glue on the wheel. Like that. And we just need to push the wheel in. Now this is 100% easier said than done. Oh, should have done this before I put the seat in. Oh no, there we go. There we go. There's the wheel in there. It's a very big wheel. Yeah, but that isn't as far as it can go. That's going to squash anyone racing that car. Oh no, it does go in a bit more. Okay. Just want to be careful not to break anything. But yeah. Okay, the wheel's in there. Very big white wheel. Steering wheel, that is, not obviously normal wheel. But yeah. So that is that part in there like that. So the final thing, not the final thing, but the next thing, I forgot the words, we need to do is attach the fin. And it's really nicely painted. So small, the detailing. It came out really well. It's got a little peg there, which you just push in the back of the car there. And this one will need some glue because it is a little bit looser than the windscreens. That just pops in there like that. And actually, just keep the glue out because we're going to glue this peg. We're going to glue this peg. There and there. And we're just going to push it together. Oh yeah, like that. Make sure everything lines up. There we go. Look at that. And there we have Alan's racing car all done. Really neat little vehicle this. It actually comes together really well with those seats forming at the back there. Very nice. Oh, that peg's still glued. Actually, those seats come off. Damn, those seats have popped off. They are not in position there. They've popped out their pegs. So that is not perfectly in at all. Oh dear. Right. Remember, I break it so you don't have to. So just be careful of these seats. It's my warning to you. Let's see if we can attach it properly. I think the problem was the back end of the seat was not coming through the hole there. There we go. There we go. There we have the seats all done. Oh, sorry, you can't see. Sorry, I was zoomed in. Sorry. There we have the seats all done, but the fins come off. Fin back in. The fin will set. Blimey. Okay. There we go. And there is Alan's car all done. Little racing car. I'm probably going to leave this to set now before I do anything else to it. There's nothing else to do. That's all done. Cool. Yeah, that is all done. So that is Alan's little racing car all done. Really nice little car there. And if I bring back Fab 1, you'll see that the little racing car is exactly the same scale as Fab 1, obviously, which looks really nice. Compared to the little vehicles that we have got, we've got the Jet Air Transporter, which you see there, and you can see that Virgil will fit into that car, no problem at all. We also have the Thunderizer and Laser Cutters, little small vehicles there. And I guess the biggest pod vehicle, if that makes sense, is the Monobrake. So yeah, those are the small pod vehicles that we have in the collection. And of course it goes really well with the rest of the pod vehicle collection. The one right on the right there, like always, it's really struggling to fit into one picture now, one frame. But I think that is the last pod vehicle. Let me just check. Oh, it's not at all. So yeah, there's more pod vehicles to come. Don't worry. Lots of little ones as well, so they should be fun to build. Right, I'm going to take a break, and when I come back, we will look more at Thunderbird 2. So be right back. So as you all know by now, I am affiliated with the Jerry Anderson official website. They send me links to various different items on their store, and if you click the links and buy that item, then you help out the YouTube channel financially. It's a great little scheme, but I do understand that some of the items that I do advertise are quite on the pricey side. I do understand that money needs to be spent elsewhere, like buying really expensive launch pads for certain Thunderbird vehicles. So the Jerry Anderson official store now has a clearance page. The items on there change every week, and they are items at a discounted price. So I recommend following the link down below, having a look at what's on that clearance page, and maybe picking something up today. If you do, then you help out the channel, which is great. So thank you very much for your support, and thank you very much to the Jerry Anderson official store for helping out this channel as well. Hello and welcome back, and as you can see we are now working on the second booster. We're going to be using these parts here. So very simply, how to put these together is you get the silver thruster part there like that, which is nicely painted black in the middle, and then we get this clear part here. One side is textured and one side is smooth. So this is the textured side, this is the smooth side. You want to push the smooth side onto the thruster bit like that, and then we push it in to the yellow part of the red part, the part with the yellow line, and we just push it in there like that, and we line up these tubes to these screw holes, and then we just screw it down with these screws here. And there we have that part all done there, looking really, really nice. I do love this paintwork. It is absolutely gorgeous. And of course, if we match this with the one that we did last week, there we go. So you'll see that they are all done. They look identical. They look really nice. I know I gushed about them last week, but yeah, they are really nice and they are all done. So putting them to one side just for now, and we need to get this tester battery pack, which we haven't seen in quite a long time. Has to be said, mine is a bit dusty around the outside. But yeah, we need this to test the bulb for the boosters, which I've got here even. So you just plug this in to the tester pack and then turn it on. Yeah, and it should light up red like that, so you know it's working. Look at that, looks really good. So yeah, my one works. That's good to know. Just take it out there. And now what we do with the bulb is we get this little kind of mounting part here. We need to push the bulb into there like that so that it sits nicely there. Beware that it has got this bulb here as kind of like a guide. You can't push it in past that, so it's quite nice. You have to push it all the way up and in there like that. We then get this part here, which is an internal part of the booster. You see it's got a peg hole and a hole for the LED. So you just push the LED through there, line everything up. Oops, a little fiddly. So just push that in there. And that, line up the LED and the screw hole. Come on. Like that. And then we just screw it all down. And when it's all done, it will look like this. Sorry to whisk that away. It's actually more fiddly than I thought, actually. Really quite fiddly to get that in place. So just be wary of that. You then need to get this next part of casing. And you see that this casing has kind of holes that look like rectangles, like long, portrait rectangles. What you want to do is look for one that looks like a horizontal rectangle, and you position it this way and thread the wire through there like that. So eventually it will look like that, but we're not doing that just yet because we need to install the speaker, which looks very nice. So we just install the speaker by threading it through the exact same hole, the wire of the speaker, and then we position it so the speaker looks like this, I believe. Let me just double check that actually. No, I got that wrong. You actually want the black part of the speaker facing downwards like that. So the speaker part looks like that with these parts jutting out there like that. So that's how you want that. And then you want to thread this wire through. Oops. Make sure you don't lose the position of the wire. And then we just clip the light into place there, like that. Nice simple design, both wires coming out. And there's the speaker. Looking really, really nice. And then, of course, eventually what you'll do is we will attach that into there like that. We've got the speaker there, into the booster there like that. But that is for another time. We're not attaching anything like that now. So yeah, that is what we got at the end of this video. Not much different apart from we've got a second booster now and wires coming out the first, which is pretty awesome. So I hope you'll join me next week for more Thunderbird 2 parts, where we'll be building more boosters and of course looking at more pod vehicles. Actually quite a big pod vehicle starts next week actually. Quite an iconic one from my favourite and second favourite episode of Thunderbirds. So to find out what that is, join me next week. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Until then guys, take care, FAB, bye bye. I just want to thank my patrons. Without you guys, this video would not have been possible and this channel would be dead, so thank you very much.